This is Catherine Pappas's Weil McLean EGH 105 PI boiler. Atmospheric gas, as you can easily see the burner manifold at the bottom, and the gas pipe coming in through the gas valve on the horizontal run, right above the vertical drop to the burner manifold. You can also see the floor is eroding away, and you can also take into record that that pile right there of steel fittings and cast iron fittings and pipe, steel pipe, that all came from the top supply and return connections on the boilers, one on the left, one on the right of the top. Plugs into that header right above it with the two 4-inch open connections, nipples in the back. And let's see if we can zoom in on that a little bit. Right there, all covered with asbestos. You try not to disturb that because asbestos is bad, or is worstus. Then we've got the smoke pipe disconnected and standing up vertically to the right of that bicycle tire. And right below at the base, if you look straight down at the bottom of that smoke pipe, and slightly up and to the right is the return, condensate return, the wet leg at the bottom of that manifold, which those three connections, three pipes coming out of one, is referred to as. And that's pretty much this boiler. Now let's take a little walk. And gonna have to do some concrete work. As you can see, that floor over there needs to be patched if we're to put the boiler in the same spot. We may not put it in the same spot. There's the water heater I put in and did an awful job on the gas piping years ago. I was in a hurry to get out of here. The customer was driving me insane. Anyway, here we go over here. Took out the electrical from that junction box. There was flex that came out of this knockout and went down, tacked over, taped to the gas pipe right there. And then the controls I just cut so I can easily remove and save them for used parts to sell people for cheap. No warranty, of course. There's all the pipe insulation that was on the boiler. There's a supply connection there. They bushed it down from 2.5 to 2. And then they did the same thing right over there. Kind of crazy. Anyway, what's eroding the floor is that coil plate. The gasket is worn out, dried out, worn out, doesn't seal, water leaks out of the boiler, corrodes the plate, the bolts can't get them out anymore, breaks down the insulation. Let me get a light. Right there at the top of the burner cover, the combustion chamber, if you will. Cover, front cover, and there's looking down. I took two burner orifices right out of that burner manifold and plugged them with brass plugs, 1/4 inch. And here's the boiler as it wobbles. See that? The floor is eroded rather. And then we have an air vent right there. One on the other side of the chimney, that shiny vertical air vent, steam return air vent. Does exactly as its name implies, vents air out of the steam return. Some old service records or something over there. Most of them we threw in the garbage. Right here. Look at all these old service records. Everybody's brother's been here. What does that tell you about the customer-business relationship? Anyway, checking out, over and out.